Hello everybody, welcome back to Balatro, fresh off my last win where we had runner and we made a bunch of straights. We're going to swap the decks back round over to the yellow deck. So we now have 35 Joker wins across the three decks, only 100 to go. We've crossed that wonderful threshold. Now from here, of course, starting out, just a full house. Just a full house with at least, I think it's 35 chips. Additional gets you over the 300 mark, I've been told. And now we have $22. Now I have to remember what I haven't won with. Have we won with Fibonacci yet on the yellow deck? Scrolling is scrolling. We have never won with Fibonacci. So we're going to take Fibonacci, hold $15, and then just roll with it. So aces, great for Fibonacci. And jacks, not so much, but we will suffice. It will suffice, not we. That's not how words work. $25. Flushes, not that interesting. Scary face, also not really interested. I'm just going to hold $25 for the full whack of interest later. I'm going to throw these. 4 is also not in Fibonacci, but the aces and the 5s are. I wish I'd have kept one of those 4s now, but I'm not going to pander to that straight. This pair of deuces, though, will get a tiny bump. And eventually, I will get one of the other cards I need. He says, not getting one of the other cards he needs. Thank you so much. $35. Burglar. When blind is chosen, all hands, plus 3 hands lose all discards. Alright, we'll try that. Give me an Arcana pack. Steel, Wheel of Fortune, glass. I will take some glass on 8s because 8s are in Fibonacci, and then we'll try and hold them until the latter stages of the game. I need an ace, please. Thank you. So I want to make more of all the Fibonacci cards, of course, but without discards, I expect to be playing high card quite often. So if I can get some kind of high card synergy, I will appreciate it. Only the deuces and 8s for even Steven, so I'm going to hold off on that. Delayed gratification does not work with Burglar. Give me an Arcana pack. Steel, clubs, lucky. Let's go with the same train of thought as last time. Make as much stuff as we can black, so that if we come across blackboard, we are more likely to be able to get the benefits from it. I would love to see a 4. I also really need to see some basic multiplication jokers, because it's really not cutting it just scoring 25 points or whatever. Now, I was hoping for a diamond. I can play a pair of deuces and get a decent multiplier off of that. We can play the straight if we would prefer. I'd rather play the flush, given the chance. Though, for what is 200 points more, I could have saved an extra $1, which I should have really considered. Alright, $36. Plus 15 mult when 0 discards remaining. When blind is chosen, gain 3 hands and lose all discards. Sold. Mega Arcana. Abstract is good for another 8 mult. And I'll take a Mega Arcana, sure. Some malt, a glass card, spades, gold, or destroy 2 cards. Again, we could go into more black cards, or I could make another 8 into glass. We currently have 1 glass 8, so you know what? I will go for 2 glass 8s, and we can try and make that work later. Must play 5 cards. 7 hands to do it. These are not the cards I want to be playing right now. The risk they are destroyed is too great to me, but I can't discard them, which is something I really should have twigged onto sooner. Well, worst comes to worst, I guess I can just play quad 8s. We will probably get through this in one fell swoop, and then I just have to hope that these don't break. They did not break. Lucky me. A bunch of extra money as well. Ceremonial holographic dagger. When blind is selected, destroy the joker to the right. Add permanently add its sell value to this mult. Don't think that's going to work out for me right now, unfortunately. Show me some more arcana. More spades. Is Justice is glass card, isn't it? I'm going to take that and hold on to it. And I'll take a Celestial pack. Straights, 4 of a kind pair. 4 of a kind, sure. Right, there's our 1 regular 8. What am I really looking for, though? Just any half decent hand, basically. Well, I do have 5 hearts, so I will play them. Gets us nearly where I want to be. Here's a decent sized straight. I'm not sure that Burglar is doing all that much good work for me. A moon card is great. So if that's clubs, that'll put us at 19 clubs, which is pretty good going. And a world is spades. Well, in that case, I will make these red cards into spades now. And what do you reckon? Flushes? Straight flush, straight flush. Let's level up some flushes. Gonna hold $20. Right, we could play the 2 pair. We could hunt down the full house. Or we could hold out for flushes. I'm gonna look for the full house. Oh, what a lucky day. Great stuff. Right, give me Arcana. Then, happily, I will make 3 different cards into clubs. I will double my $20. I will buy this to make some malts with later. Ah, don't mind if I do. Plus 10 malt, plus 2 cards in hand is incredibly good for us. Start with 0 discards. I was going to do that anyway. Right, glass and malts. Going to hold on to those. Shall I just play trips? $1,900. A good one for Fibonacci. And we've already leveled up 4 of a kind once. So that's good going. DNA. DNA. Have we won with Yellow Deck and DNA yet? We have. Sorry, DNA, you're not going to make the cut right now. Give me Mega Arcana. Actually, yeah, I want this moon, so I should use this Empress now. So many options. I could turn some 4s into some 5s, or some queens into some kings. I was hoping to get kings into aces, but sure. I need to play this Empress. So, play it on some 4s. That's because I want to buy the card that's in the shop, so I need the retail space up here. If I had a glass... Ooh. These are the fun noises I can make. If I make this 9 into glass, we'd have 8 of hearts, 8 of spades in glass. And go 9 of clubs. And then make another 9 of clubs. Or I can make a queen of spades into glass. And then take a queen of hearts and make it into a queen of spades that is glass. That's strength. That's not what I want. Death. Then I want to buy the moon. And then I will get a celestial pack. Straight flush. See what we can do. Okay, this is going to make cards into clubs. Let's just play this straight. $3,000. I'm going to play 10 high here. I'd like to cycle into a few more clubs if I could. I was wondering if I could find a king or a jack of clubs. I assume I only have one of each to make the flush house with. I mean, I could play this pair of 4s. It's barely helpful. But now I also have quad jacks, which is quite a strong holding. Alright, gets us where we're going. Oh. A foil scholar with Fibonacci is an interesting prospect. If you could just make all of my cards into aces, add negative to a random joker, -1 hand size. We already have the juggler, so our hand size is already buffed. So ectoplasm is basically free. But foil holographic polychrome is also actually free. Let's go ectoplasm. Burglar is the one I was least hoping for, but it's now enabling us to get Scholar. I can get $24 for selling the value of these jokers. I can make this king into an ace. I'm inclined to. Is there any other card I care to change? I'm going to make this 7 into an 8 because we already have 2 glass 8s. So if I could play 5 of a kind 8s at the finale, that would be incredibly strong. In fact, do I just think about making both of these into 8s? I know we have Scholar, Fibonacci, but I'm thinking about the end game. Okay, I would like an ace. I can play this pair of jacks though. Right, there's a lot of eights that I want to save for later. I can make these into clubs and then play a straight flush. That's gone fairly well, I would say. We buy that, then when we sell something in the last round, we can replace it with that judgment-free card. Whether it's a good one, nobody will know until we get there, but I'm happy to have it. The world makes some spades. Do I want that, or do I want $24? It's pretty good money. Is $24. We only have 6 diamonds and 8 hearts left. Well, I also, if I'm aiming to make 5 of a kind 8s at the end, I would want to have my glass cards buffed by mult cards. But I think I'm just going to take the $24. We can then take a Jumbo Celestial. Mars for 4 of a kind. And we can actually afford to reroll a bit. I think it's too late to get value out of this right now. I don't think I'm going to reroll 10 times to get the $10 worth out of it. 4 fingers is interesting. We can make all of our straight flushes on 4 cards. And just looking at the clubs alone, we have 2 2s, 2 3s, 2 4s, 2 5s, a 6, 7, 2 8s, 2 9s, 2 10s, jack, 2 queens, 2 aces. That's a lot of straight flushes we could make in just clubs. Spades, not quite as lucrative, but still pretty good looking. But what would I get rid of? You know? Can't be this, because that wouldn't free up a slot because it's the negative one. Yeah, it's not super great, is it? We have a second level straight flush, third level 4 of a kind. Regular straights and regular flushes are not that large. Have we won with 4 fingers on yellow deck before? We have never won with 5 fingers, 4 fingers, whatever it's called, 4 fingers. Don't know why it's 5 in my spreadsheet. What would I get rid of? This is like extra good because this is 12 mults because there's 6 jokers because we have a negative one. This is giving me 30 extra chips. This is 15 mult every single time as long as we have burglar in play. Do we drop Fibonacci for 4 fingers? We can't get rid of Joker now because our hand size has been reduced by 1 to 9 cards from 10, up to 10 from 8 with Juggler. So it's the decision about whether we get rid of this or not. And I'm floundering. Fine. He's done it. He's made the decision. Ah, how dare you? Oh, God. Okay. We have to sell something at the end. I was going to sell Burglar, but Burglar wouldn't free up a slot if I sold it. It would count as selling a Joker. Have we won on yellow with Stencil? These are the important questions. I can't see Stencil because Stencil is just all white on a white background. We have one abandoned deck with it, not this deck. But again, what would I get rid of? Do I get rid of the 4 fingers I just took? Do I get rid of Scholar? Because the 30 chips here is going to be far outweighed by the double mult here. But then if I buy it, I have to get rid of something else as well. Okay, I'm skipping it over. We're moving on. 1 in 7 cards drawn face down. I think I just start with this. $6,000. If this is a 7, I'd be set. I could just play the pair of 6s though. Still 2,000 points. Here's ace high. Another 2,000 points. I don't want to play my glass 8s. It would be so cool if glass cards, when face down, just showed the card but backwards because it is supposed to be made of glass. I'm going to suggest that on Discord as soon as I finish this run. Okay, we only need 3,000 points. I don't need to overcomplicate this. I can play 4 cards to a straight and it still counts as a straight because I have 4 fingers. Oh, a negative supernova is incredible. So, have we won with supernova before? I wouldn't be surprised if we had. It might be the one we've... Yeah, we've won with supernova with every deck, but because it's negative, I now have 7 jokers. Abstract is worth plus 14 to me. Malts, clubs, spades. Clubs is a priority. Yeah? Spades, clubs, yeah, clubs. So, our deck now looking very butchered. We still have judgment for the end. What boss are we on? We're on the start of the 5th floor. So we have 3 more interactions. Right, I don't want to play my glass cards. Made that very clear. Here's a pair of deuces. Give me a king or a 9. You have 7, 8, 9, 10 jack, but I don't want to play the 8. Well, I can play a 4-card flush here in clubs. I'm not even sure what supernova is most worth to me. High card, straights. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Glass queen, I don't want to play. So here's a pair. I'm just hoping we get to 14,000 before I have to try and play any of my glass cards. We're fine. Drawing them, though, early is a little problematic when I don't want to be using them. That said, I will make another one. That's just insurance, isn't it? So we got queen, queen, 8, 8. There's another 8 in glass. I will do Celestial Pact as well. 4 of a kind, sold. Right, we got another... Yeah, we got 2 more. Do I get a free Spectral Pack? Ooh. Yes. Destroy 1 card, add 2 random aces to your hand. Add 1 gold seal randomly to a card in your hand. I will destroy one of these cards, hopefully not the 8, and make 2 aces. It was a 9, I'm totally fine with that. All face cards are debuffed. Okay. I have a bunch of my 8s. Right now, I'm just going to do this. Try and work up to something large. We could play a club flush and risk one of our 8s. We have 2 scholars, and then the 8 will double everything that has been created ahead of it. Then you just hope the 8 doesn't break. I mean, I could play the flush without the 8, of course. I can play a 4-card flush. Maybe that's the play. I can even throw the jack out and get rid of it. All right. There's basically 10,000. There's another flush. No aces in it. But not a bad score. Now my 8s are really staring me in the face. But I have an out in an emergency, basically. I could play these 4 cards, it would be a flush. Then I have 2 hands after. If I draw a spade, I have a spade flush as well. Spade, 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 spade. And throw this out because it's not worth anything to me. Okay, we got to the final encounter. No, no. Give me the packs. Wild. Wheel of Fortune. Hermit. These are all clubs. I can make this 5 of diamonds wild, though. Then a Celestial pack. What looks good? Straight flushes. And then, if we want it, we've got 1 reroll. I will level up my full house. And then we will go into our Verdant Leaf. So, I need to sell something. We've already had the benefit of this burglar. So if I sell it, nothing bad happens to me. Now, obviously that's always going to be the case. Oops, sorry. I apologize. If I believe I can win with the burglar now, I should try and do so because I still need to log a yellow deck burglar win at some point. And now might be the best time to do that. But what do you get rid of otherwise? Supernova, we've already won with everything. At most, it's providing 12 on high card or 7 on a flush and a straight. And we've already won with yellow deck with a Supernova. Now, if I get rid of a negative card, I can't use Judgment to spawn a random Joker. This is worth 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. This is worth 15, but is already in play thanks to this. So do I just get rid of Abstract? Sure. Then we can use this and fill that gap. Scary face. There's worse Jokers. Okay. So now I can do stuff like this. Ace, King, Queen, Jack is a straight. If I add this 5 into the scenario, it's now a straight flush, and the Glass Queen is going to double the straight flush multiplier. So We definitely do that. The ace is also going to proc Scholar for an extra 4, which will then be doubled by the Queen of Spades. So let's do that. The Queen broke. That's fine. We were never going to see it again anyway. That's 20,000 on our way. What next? We've had one of our hands. We have no discards. So whatever we're playing, we have to be playing it, not discarding it, as I rehydrate. Well, we have clubs. We don't have straight flush, but we certainly have clubs. I think that's worth just playing and turning over 5 cards. Because we want to find those 8s, really. There's one. So we can play 6, 7, 8, 9. I would rather try and find this queen, this 8, this 8. So what else could we play? Just a pair of 6s. We're not going to get the benefit out of this 4. So maybe just this way. We've got 5 hands to play. That means we can turn through 20 cards out of the 34 in the deck. Alright, we found a queen. But it's not one of our glass ones. But if I want to play the glass one, do I want to consider having another queen available so that I can play a full house? Well, I think it's more important that I play this flush right now. Turn over 5 more cards. 6,000 points. There's 8s. You'd love to see it. I don't have a 4th club, which is a shame. I could just play trip 8s, but this base 3 is really not good. And this, even though these are 4 to a straight, because we're missing the queen in the middle, it doesn't count as a straight. Should it though? All straights and flushes can be made with 4 cards. Ace, King, Jack 10 is 80% of a straight. I got distracted by a phone call. What was going on? Oh, we were thinking about playing a straight, but they don't work as 4 gappers, or 4 with a 1 gapper rather. So we have 3 hands left to make 17,000 points. We're holding on to our reserve glass 8s. I mean, I could just play this, couldn't I? It's got 2 aces. This is actually probably the best thing I could play. 2 aces gets us 20 chips, and 4 malt, 4 malt. That'll be, what, 16, 32, 64 plus the rest. This must be a winner. Yeah! Great stuff. Alright, let's get the log. Right, yellow deck, burglar, done. What else do we have? Supernova, we have already won with. Juggler. Where are you, juggly one? We've already won with Juggler, sure. Scholar. We've already won with Scholar, sure. Scary Face. Where is Scary Face? There it is. That's a fresh win. Mystic Summit. 4 fingers. Alright, that's everything, I think. So what are we up to? 39. with 8, 16, 15. More with yellow deck than abandoned deck now, so we'll have to correct that soon. For now, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions, comments, recommendations, put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.